Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. Well, what's old Al up to today? Well, Al is going to go play some golf today. I play probably once a week when I can, when it's weather fit. Most of the time in the summertime I play every week. Wintertime not so much because it depends on the weather. And I'm not a great golfer by any means. I guess I would say I'm about average for my age. I'm 70 years old and I feel like I can do pretty good for my age, but you know, golf is hard. There's no doubt about it. If you've ever tried to play golf, it's hard. So today we're going to take you to the golf course and I'm just going to play around and I'm going to show you what I score on each hole and I'm not really going to be filming a lot on the golf course. I won't be filming any, but I'm going to be showing you a few holes on my scorecard and we're going to go with that. But someday I'm going to take my camera to the golf course and I'm going to do some filming when I got more time and maybe when that golf course ain't so busy. So I'm going to do that in the future. Maybe later on in the fall or in the winter when the golf course is not real busy. Or I play locally here at a golf course called Cherokee Pines. I've been playing there for many, many years. And I know the course pretty well. But still, I have some holes that I really like to play and I have some holes that always give me problems. But, you know, that's what makes golf interesting. I enjoy it. I like to get out and enjoy the outdoors and the beautiful scenery around the golf course. So that's what I was up to today. So stick around and we'll get right to the video. Okay, here's a picture of the first tee box, hole number 1. My average score is around 95, 96, something like that. So I always have a goal every time I start to play is try to beat 90. So that's what I'm going to try to do today is to shoot lower than a 90. In order to do that, I have to I can't go over a bogey on each hole. So that's my goal today. So let's see how well I do. Okay, here's the stats on hole number 1, the layout of it. It's a par 4. It's 316 yards. So we're going to see how well we do on this hole. Alright, here was my tee shot. I really got a pretty good tee shot in on this hole. Better than normal. You notice I'm 102 yards out to the pin. And that blue dot right there is where I landed, right in the center of the fairway, just past that little bit of dog leg to the left. So I'm really, really happy with that tee shot. Well, my troubles has already started. I chunked my approach shot. I come up about 30 yards short of the pin, 29 to be exactly. So I did get a pretty decent chip up on the green, and of course I two-putted for a bogey. So that was my score on the first hole. I bogeyed. Alright, here's hole number 2, but you notice on the bottom of the screen there I got a +1. That means I bogeyed the first hole, but I'm still on course to shoot under 90. So here's the tee shot on the number 2 hole. This is a tricky little hole. You got a lake right out of the tee box, and then you got a hill and a ditch right in front of the green. Now the object of my tee shot here is just to shoot right over, maybe land the ball right on top of that hill and get a roll down close to that ditch. And I used my driver here, but I hit a soft driver. The distance is 225. So if you ain't careful, if you hit it too hard over that hill, you're going to roll in the ditch there right in front of the green. So here we go. Let's see what happens. Well, my tee shot is pretty decent. I'm not in the fairway. I got over kind of in the trees to the right. But the good news is I'm not in that ditch in front of the green. But I do have a couple of bunkers to go over right there. So they're kind of tricky, and it's elevated green. So I had to hit a pretty good approach shot on this shot. Well, my approach shot woes continued. I just kind of sliced that shot to the right, and I cleared the trees, but I landed just to the right of the green. But it took the bunkers out of play. But then when I tried to chip on the green, I bladed it and shot all the way across the green. And then I finally chipped it up on the green and two putted, so I ended up with a double bogey on this hole. So that put me kind of at risk of my shooting under 90 because I need less than bogey in each hole. So that means I'm going to have to make up for that double bogey somewhere on the course. So hopefully I'll par a hole somewhere along the way to make up for this double bogey. Well, here's the tee box for the hole number 3, and it's a 307-yard par 4. But right when I was fixing to tee off, a couple of guys came up and wanted to join me with a round because the course was really busy. We had some slow players behind us, and so they went around those slow players and they wanted to just go ahead and join me and play with me. So I said, sure, come on. And so that ended. I didn't want to continue my hole to hole play here. So because I didn't want to slow down the play and interfere with their play. So what I'm going to do now is just show you my scorecard and what I shot. We're going to talk a little bit about each hole, and you'll see my total score for the day. You'll see if I did shoot under 90. Alright, things got a little brighter on hole number 3 after I messed up hole number 2 the way I did and double bogeyed. You see that I parred hole number 3, number 4, and number 5. And man, at this point I was thinking, boy, I'm on my way to shooting under 90. But as you know, golf is hard. And I have a hole that just really gets me each time. And that's hole number 6. It's a par 5 over a lake and got a couple of long approach shots and to get there in regulation. And let me tell you, I just made a mess out of it. I got over the lake on the tee shot, but then I topped a couple of shots, approach shots, trying to get to the green. And then after I got to the green, I double bogeyed for a 9. Now this hole has always given me trouble. I very rarely bogey this hole or even par it. I have parred it a few times, but when I do, I really celebrate because it's something about this hole that gets in my head, and I think, oh no, here comes my hard hole. And let me tell you, golf is hard, and it's a head game. If you let thoughts like that get in your head, well, guess what? You're going to play that way. So I messed up hole number 6, that par 5. So here we go on to hole number 7. It's a par 4, and I bogeyed it. Hole number 8 was a par 3, and my tee shot went to the left, and I chunked a chip and ended up double bogeying that hole. And then on hole number 9, I bogeyed that hole. So my score for the front 9 was a 46. And at this point I think, well, if I get some good pars, a few pars, and some good bogeys on the back 9, I still got a chance for my quest to shoot 90 today. So let's see what happens on the back 9. Right, here's my back 9 scorecard, and ended up shooting a 49 on this hole. So notice there on the 10th hole I bogeyed it, which is okay. Then I parred the 11th hole, which I was really happy about that. Then I come up on a par 3 hole and I bogeyed it. And then here we go with another bad hole. It's a par 4, number 13. So I triple bogeyed that hole, so that set me back. But then I come right back on hole number 14, which is fairly hard hole, but man, I got a tee shot on that hole, best tee shot I ever shot on a hole on this hole right here, number 14. And then I ended up parring that hole, which is good for me. on that particular hole. Then I come up to number 15 is another hard hole. You got a lake you got to clear before you get to the green, and I double bogeyed that hole. And then another par 5 here, number 18. I ended up triple bogeying that hole too. I made a mess out of that hole. I got a good tee shot, but then my irons were just really bad today, and I chunked a couple of approach shots and ended up chipping over the green and double putted on that hole. Ended up with a triple bogey on that hole. So my chances of shooting 90 now are pretty much gone. So then on 17, which is a par 3, I double bogeyed that hole also. Then on hole 18, I bogeyed that hole, so I shot a 49. So my total score, if you noticed up at the top left-hand corner of the scorecard, was 95 or a 24 over par, which is average for me. But one of these days, I'm going to break 90. I have just a couple of times on this course, but I'm going to get to where I'm consistent at. I just really want to do that, and then my goal then will be to break below 80. But we'll get to that one day if I live long enough. So this was my scorecard for today. So here's a few statistics from my game today. You notice at the very top I had no eagles or no birdies. I did have 5 pars, which is good for me. Had 6 bogeys and 7 others, so I still got a lot of work to do before I can break 90. So my greens in regulation was 6 out of 18. My average scores on the par 3s was 4.2. My average score on the par 4s was 5.3. And my average score on the par 5s was 6.6. So I really messed up on the par 5 style, except for that one that I did par. Okay, here's my putting statistics here. I had 39 putts on my round. That averaged 2.2 putts per hole. And when I reached the green in regulation, it was 2.2 putts per hole. So my putting game was a lot better today than normal, but my iron game today really stunk, and that's what messed me up as far as getting below 90 today. Well, there you go. It's not wasn't my best day on the course. I have shot a lot better than that, but you know, it's average. So I hope you got some value out of this content. If you like to play golf, stick around and I'll be showing some more videos of golf. If you hadn't already, like and subscribe to my channel, and you'll be up to date on what old Al's up to. So until next time, I'll see you later.